Hey guys, it's your girl Kizzy Rock, and yes, Kizzy Rock is my birth given name. Happy Thursday, guys. Want to say hey to all my subscribers, new as well as season. I got a word for you. Tap in. Happy Thursday, my chosen brothers and sisters. Happy Thursday morning, depending on where you are. So, guys, I want to chat with you guys about a download. I want to go over 23 things that God is calling you to a wealthy place, that God is bringing wealth your way. Now, before I run down these 23 things, I want to be sure that I clarify. This is not for everyone, of course. Everyone is not called to kingdom wealth within these end time assignments. Two, this is not for the carnal mind, because obviously we have people who want to get wealth or get rich just based on their own desires, like things they want to do for themselves. And I'm not saying like anything is wrong with that. I'm just saying this is not what this is about. So guys, let's chat. All right, chosen one. Again, we all know that this word chosen has took on a mind of its own, right? At the end of the day, if you're chosen, you know you're chosen, right? You're just not using this word just because. You know that there is a call on your life so heavy that truthfully you would not have chosen it on your own accord. So, as a chosen one, we're just vessels. And you would have to be under a rock if you don't realize that we are literally in the last days. So, with that being said, there are end time assignments that must be completed here on earth because things are going to get more crazy. And it's almost like a rebirth of earth. I can't really explain how I feel it in my spirit, if you will, but there are a selective amount of people who are going to be called to massive amounts of wealth to complete end time assignments. Again, really quickly, quick disclaimer. If you're someone with a carnal mindset of money and wealth, this is not for you. So I want to save you some time and you may want to go ahead and X out of the video. Right? So let's run down these 23 things. Number one, he has already revealed the plan to you. Now, this is some kind of revelation that you received specifically for your call. This is not even corporate, right? This is a specific revelation that revealed the plan and how he is going to use you. He's shown you the why. He's shown you the how. Now, mind you, we only see in part, right? But he's given you some insights at this point, especially at this point, if you are currently tapped in and currently aligned. Number two, it's so much bigger than you. Purpose in general is bigger than us. But what he revealed to you with these end time assignments, it is massive. It's way over your head. Number three, he has given you witty ideas and invention, right? Now, this could have been an idea that he gave you long ago, but if you stay in alignment and if you work that seed, you probably saw fruit and you probably still see fruit, but at some point, favor is going to hit it and it's going to accelerate massively. Or he may have given you recently some kind of instruction. Do this, go here, plant this, invest in this. He gave you some kind of witty idea, invention, or an instruction. This is why obedience is so important because he may have given you an instruction and didn't give you the entire revelation or blueprint up until now. But you were obedient to that instruction when you were given it. Number four, he is testing you in small areas. He is testing you in small areas. Listen, I was telling one of my staff this yesterday. People keep trying to make things seem like it's rocket science or that God has favorites and this, that, and the third. If God can trust you, if God can trust you, God will open the windows of heaven over you. But he watches you like a hawk. And he starts developing that trust in small areas. He exposed you to something. He's going to watch you to see how you handle it, right? He's going to put it in your environment. He's going to bring the person. He's going to put you in environments where only you, so you think only you will know if you stole that thing, if you didn't return that thing, if you didn't. He will place you in predicaments where you think yourself that you can take it, you can steal it, you can do whatever you want to do with it because no one else sees you and there's a chance that no one else will know. God sees everything. God sees everything. So he's going to start testing you with small things. And then, of course, your tests will become more and more increasingly profound the higher that you go. Next, he's building your patience because at the next level, we can't move out of haste. Now, as many chosen people as I know, including myself, again, we naturally have this desire to help and serve, especially humanity, things like that. Well, that's exactly what we're going to be called to do, but we can't move hasty. In fact, the last season should have taught you why you can't. He probably exposed to you someone who betrayed you, someone who was trying to use you. He removed the skills off of your eyes, right? But he's building your patience even in your everyday life. This is why if you struggle with patience, I've always been very transparent to say that that was one struggle area for myself, right? Because we all have areas of strength and not so strong areas, but he's going to really build your patience in everyday life situations, because at the next level, when things are presented to you, you're going to have to sit on that thing for a while until you pray, until the Holy Spirit reveals to you if that's even something he wants you to do, if that's the direction he wants you to go. So if you're really struggling because you feel like God is giving you all kind of patience tests, do everything in your power to pass those tests. Personally, I pray for strength to be patient, not patience alone, strength to be patient. Next, I think it's number 6. He is revealed to you, you are going to need help. As chosen ones, many of us work better alone. Many of us live in our head. And remember, many chosen people have dealt with some level of being misunderstood, being rejected, being abandoned, being the black sheep, because you were set apart and, all that stuff. So you kind of got accustomed, as well as we're always in isolation, right? For different reasons. But you've gotten accustomed to working well by yourself, that you don't even know how to accept help. But with this, because this is such a massive call, you're going to need help. You're going to need lawyers. You're going to need financial advisors, regardless of what you think about, what you know about finances. This is way over your head. In fact, he may have already connected you somehow to that team. Maybe you met a financial advisor on the plane 3 years ago. He's going to start bringing it back to your spirit. Remember that person that you met, they gave you their card and it didn't make sense then, but this is that and the third, right? So you may already have your team established, or he's going to start revealing to you. Now, be very careful. You don't want to go searching out people on your own accord, right? He will give you a certain download on the kind of people you need to reach out to. Quick insert here. Don't be so religious, if you will, that you feel that every single person that God calls to assist you have to be churchy, holy, holy. Please don't block your blessings that way. He will make it very clear to you. He's not going to send you a demon, right? But everybody doesn't have to be churchy, holy, holy. Next, number 7, he is drying up your current season, so much so that there is a very intense craving and desire to get to the place where he's shown you the next level, next season, right? He's dried up your current level. I mean, you are so unfulfilled, but yet you're still there and you still have to move a certain way until the door opens. But there is a desire. It's because your spirit is already ahead of you in the new territory, in the new land, in the new season. But there are still things that he have to get to you currently. So be very, very mindful that if you feel stuck and stagnant, ask God to reveal to you, is there something that you're missing and that you're not getting that you need in order for the door to open? For some of you guys, you're toggling both. You're still in your current in this current season, and your foot is in the next as well. So you're toggling both. You still may be tying up loose ends, if you will, right? Leave no stones unturned. You're tying up loose ends in your current season, but you know the next is coming. Next, he has revealed to you how you are or how you will be called to make sure the generations behind you will be straight. You're building a foundation for them as well, right? These can be your children. I don't have children, so my nieces and nephews. These can be your grandchildren. Also that's biblical, if you will. But the point I'm making is he's giving you details specifically for you, not corporate, if you will. Yes, corporate too, but what I'm speaking about is specific details for you. That can look like, for an example, let me think about something really quickly. Build a family compound, right? A compound that's going to be, 10 houses it's going to be for the generations behind you. But each child, because we already know school doesn't teach it, right? So each child would be required to take financial courses. And a lot of these things are going to be things that you didn't do and you didn't know and your parents didn't know and your grandparents didn't know, but the Holy Spirit is teaching you how to do it correctly. So before each child turns a certain age, let's just say 18 or 21, however you set it up, it's a requirement for them to take certain kind of courses on financial literacy, this is that and the third, and it's their choice. If they refuse not to, then they can't have a piece of that property, right? But he's giving you some, and let me be clear here. Okay, the wealth that you're coming into is not like specifically for your family. It's for purpose and calling, but he's going to have you set up them, and not even like in a very like materialistic way, just so they're stable. Another part of that too is because when once you get to the next level, it's going to be so busy, right? It's going to be more. It's going to be a good busy because it's not like work. It's ministry, but then you're not going to be able to have people pulling at you. Meaning your kids may be calling you because they need their rent paid and just this, that, and the third. So he's going to have you set them up, as well as the generation coming behind you, so you can focus specifically on ministry. So he's already revealed that to you, or will reveal that to you. Next, discipline. That goes without saying. This is why many chosen ones, including myself, we are called to intense discipline right now. And some of us may have gotten out of alignment for a quick second, if you will. Some may still be out of alignment. If you're wise, pay attention to your convictions. This ain't the time right now to be up out of alignment. This ain't the time to be up out of alignment, honey, because that shift can happen like this. And if we're out of alignment, we're going to miss the one idea, the one direction, right? So he's calling you to levels of discipline. Let it be through fasting, not only against food, the very areas that he convicts you to. Because if we can't be disciplined at this level, right? If you can't discipline your flesh in whatever level, in whatever way. If you can't do that now, then what's going to happen at the next level? Because the next level is more, right? And with more comes what? More access. Next, he's calling you more and more to the secret place. And not only is he calling you to it, like you like going. There's a desire to go. Because sometimes the enemy will fight you and you don't like really feel like it's happening. You don't feel like reading the word. You don't feel like going in nature. You don't feel like this. Like you do it because you're intentional about it. But now not only is he calling you to that secret place more frequently, there's a desire for you to get there because he's giving you so much information. And so you're looking forward to the information. And it's not that he will always give you something. Sometimes he may call you there just to worship and just to be in his presence. But now it seems like we're getting, like he's speaking more and more. Next, there's a desire to be alone. Even if you're married, even if you're in a relationship. Because you can be married or in a relationship, if you will, or a partnership, if you will. But there's times where you still feel alone, right? But there's a desire to be alone because it seems like this is not for everybody now. If I'm honest, this is probably for a very small group of people. But if this is for you, because it's way, way, way over your head, honey. This is big, right? This is grand. This is massive. But the desire to be alone is because as chosen people, we typically have a lot of people pull from us. For different reasons, of course. They think we got all the wisdom in the world and we got all the answers. Like they think like we got this and we got, right? So we have a lot of people pull from us and we know that. So because we know we need to be in alignment and we're receiving so much insights and details right now, there's a desire to just like, please, let me just, right? You want to be alone more until you feel like you get everything that you need to get. Next, he's introducing you to wealthy places and wealthy people. He is introducing you to wealthy places and wealthy people. And please, a lot of people are going to fumble this. Not you, right? A lot of people are going to fumble this because they think that when God opens the door and God introduced them to a wealthy place, an environment, a group of people, they're going to instantly feel like, "Ooh, I made it." That's going to be their mindset. Or they're going to feel like they want to attach themselves to these people thinking they can use these people. Listen, people with wealth have way more wisdom than you know. Obviously, you need wisdom to build wealth, right? So if you think you're going to attach yourself to a wealthy person to try to use them to try to come up, these people will cut you off and you'll never see them again. So instead, the reason why God is introducing you to wealthy people is so you can get accustomed, right, to how they move. So the goal is to be there to watch and learn. You will see that they're very frugal, right? It's a mindset, but he's only placing you in the environment to watch and learn. This is why he introduced you to it and then pulled you back out. He wanted you to get something from it. Now, if he pulled you back out and shut the door, that means you fumbled. You fumbled, right? Your character isn't ready, all that stuff. But if you went into that room, and I've been in a few recently, if you've been in that room, the Holy Spirit will literally start downloading to you while you're in that room. He'll show you in these next few months, these next few years, for example. These are going to be the people that is going to actually help you and assist you. Now, you are not to say anything to them now. Only you know this. In fact, if you say it to them now, they're going to cut you off because they're going to think that you're trying to use them or attach yourself to them, right? So he's putting you in the environment to use your wisdom, to use your discernment. Ask him, okay, Lord, what is this about? Now, they can be chatting about 1,000 things, honey, but the Holy Spirit is all up in your ear telling you, don't do this, don't say this, wait on this, pause, watch this one, Spirit. I'm going to show you this one may come against you when I bring you in the land. So I'm going to show you right now something in the secret place, how to war against it. Like he's telling you and he's preparing you. Like they see, I said this a couple of days ago, like I'll never forget the look. I was in this place, but I was speaking and I'll never forget these two men, very wealthy, powerful men. But as I was speaking, right, as I'm speaking with the Holy Spirit shared, I will never, ever, ever forget the look. The look of, who are you? The look of, wow, right? The look of so intrigued that with all this wealth, with all this power, no one have ever been able to tap into, say this, give me a revelation about this. When people feel that way about you, they want to know more about you. Meaning you leave such a lasting effect, they can't forget you. So God will keep bringing keep bringing you back to these people's spirit. And so in due time, they will remember, hey, remember that person, right? So you see the difference here. You got to move in spirit. You can't, this is why the training is so intense. And God burns all that stuff. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me go ahead. Next. I'll tie that in with what I just said. There's accelerated favor, right? Every face that sees your face desires to bless you, desire to want to know more about you, like it's something about you. Now, if you're a true chosen one, you hear that very often. There is something about you, your spirit. Wow, right? You hear that often. And people always want to bless you. But again, there's different seasons for different things, right? There's other seasons where the favor may not be as frequent for different reasons. Could be our own hard head. But the season right now I'm speaking about is that everybody that sees you want to bless you. You go into a restaurant and your bill is already paid, right? You go somewhere and someone invites you there. You don't even know these people, right? There's a favor. People just, because see, God is already placing something in them. All these things are God ordained connections. This is why you don't have to chase anyone. See, when we're chasing people, that's us, that's flesh. We're not in alignment. Because when it's God ordained people, it's a supernatural meeting, a supernatural connection. You're not chasing it. It's ordained. It's time sensitive. You meet people at the very exact time. You could have been there 30 minutes before. You could have been on the plane 2 days prior. It's ordained timing. That's alignment. Next. He is pruning many, many people and things out of your life. Now, I mean, that can be a whole recording within itself, but some people are going to hold you back. Some people are going to betray you at the next level because sadly, many people are more comfortable when you are stuck and stagnant at your current level or levels that they first met you on. So when you start going higher, you become what? More busy because it's more stewardship. Then people get in their feelings and you think like, oh, you forgot where you came from. Oh, you forgot about me. And it's not even that. They just haven't risen to the occasion yet. Respectfully, right? They will at some point, and then they will understand at some point why you are now so busy, because this thing is heavy. You're constantly battling warfare. It's heavy. Right? So he will start to remove people from you who are going to weigh you down, people who are literally snakes and the scales were on your eyes and you couldn't see it. When he removed people, it's going to be very difficult. But if he made it clear to you that he's removed the person, please do yourself a favor and don't try to go and get it back. He knows something that you don't know. Don't worry. You will meet people at the next level, but there is separation before elevation. There's isolation before elevation. So you may feel alone now, but don't worry. At the next level, you will meet new people. In fact, he may even send a few of the old ones back. In regards to things, Um, because some things, some physical things, this is why some of you guys had a very intense desire to prune things out of your house, like your garage, your old closets, things that no longer serve you. One, that's a spiritual indication too that a new season is coming. That's like a spiritual notification that a new season is on the way. Also, many times you can have physical things that served in the last season that's still carrying some kind of spirits in it. You could have been divorced, and you're still holding on to sentimental, if you will, items, but it's still carrying spirits, which ultimately is blocking certain things from finding you. Okay, that can also be a physical move. I need you to get rid of these 50 cars that no longer work in the garage. They got flat tires, the engine, the transmission is gone, right? I need you to start decluttering, right? I need you to start minimizing things, because I'm about to take you on a physical move. Your next season is going to be in a different location, and you can't take all this stuff, because all this stuff, you just bought it anyway to try to fill some kind of empty place. Maybe you went through a divorce, so you developed some type of shopping addiction, or maybe what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. You beat some type of addiction, right? We know that addictions can transfer. So you stop smoking weed 24 hours a day, and now you develop a shopping habit. So you got all these different things that pile up, and God is like, I need you to make room, because this stuff don't even make sense anymore where I'm taking you, right? So there's a desire to prune people and things. Next, you feel completely separated from this carnal world. Like, well, everybody else is just going around and they're stuck on Shade Room, they're stuck on BET Wars, they're stuck on what this one is doing, who got locked up, and this, that, and third. Like, they want this, they're trying to still buy this, and they want, like, you are so separated from this carnal world. Like, you're just looking at people like, y'all don't even know what's going on. Like, you're so surface level. You're thinking about this. And truth of the matter is, it's not their fault, right? They're just not chosen. They may have been called, but they're not chosen. Right? Even some who are chosen are not, they're no longer in alignment. So you're still stuck and stagnant at surface level things. But you feel so disconnected from this carnal world. Your mind is truly on purpose and calling, doing anything that God needs you to do in these last end time assignments, things like that. This is why you have a desire, things that you may have wanted a couple of years ago. Maybe you wanted a new car. You wanted a bigger house. You wanted this, that, and the third. And now it's like, it is what it is, child. It is what it is, right? Give me a nice, small, tiny home, long as it's peaceful, honey. Right. Next. Oh, this is huge. This is huge. If you are called to kingdom wealth, I'm not speaking kingdom riches. I mean, that's great too. Oh, we talking about kingdom wealth, honey. At some point in your life, it can be now or it could have been long ago, but the lesson is still the same. You had it all and you lost it all. You were at top and you fell off. You could have been financially secured, and one day you woke up, you were broke, right? You could have been very prideful or even not. But the point is, at some point, you had it all and you lost it all. Could have been through a divorce, could have been through some type of tragic event, could have been through some kind of health crisis. That is designed. Listen, if you want to meet some of the most humble people you will meet, even if they're wealthy now, like if you meet a person and they got money and they're just a fool, like they're a fool, like seriously, like nobody can't tell them nothing. Like, I mean, they're still moving shiesty and moving scammy and moving like that foolishness, honey. They haven't failed enough, right? Their time will come. But if you meet very wealthy people or people who are, who are good and they're very humble, at some point, them people had it and they lost it all. Next, this is huge. You are having instructions and revelations to pass the torch. This can be on your job. This can be to your children. This can be to within your ministry. This can be just whatever, right? Whatever it is that you're currently doing. Let's just say, let's use an example. You were writing a book and you finished that book. You may have thought that that book was some kind of book that was going to actually hit the New York best sellers list or whatever. And all of a sudden you have an instruction like, okay, no, I need you to be doing something different. But I really wanted you to write that book as a legacy. Give it to your kids. Give it because they need to know the things you've been through, the things you encountered. How did you get where you are, right? On your job, you may be in a position where your job is very stressful and very demanding, but your time has come to an end within that season. So now he's ready to advance you, and you're now going to be called to steward things at such a grand level that you wouldn't have the time and the capacity to entertain like you used to. So now he's bringing people to say, hey, pass the torch, train them, right, to do it exactly the way that you did it. Or he may say, no, because your way is outdated at this point. Pass the torch, give them what I tell them to give you, and then trust and believe that I will then take it. I will protect it, right? You don't worry about it because, when you're in charge of something for a very long time, that's like your baby. So it's very hard to just say pass the torch and don't look back. No, it ain't that. You got to see he'll take care of it. You got to see that it's growth. You got to see that things are different now. Things aren't like the world is different now. Like things are different. Now we have choices. Now we can let that flesh rise up and then you stay stuck somewhere where the season is clearly over. And then you just miss, listen, we have free will. He'll find somebody else to do it. Right? He'll find somebody else to do it. He just wants you to do it. He's trying to help you. Next, you are going through or have went through intense battles and attacks. The difference you will find in these battles is maybe in past battles, your flesh always wanted to try to fight it, right? You wanted to try to prove yourself. Somebody lied on you. You try to prove yourself, like you're all stressed and can't even sleep. But your convictions is more so less of just stand. Just stand. I got you. Stand and have faith. This ain't your fight. Just stand. I'm slaying these folks and you can't even see them physically. Oh, I'm slaying them. You just stand. Next. You see money as a tool. This is why I said this is not for everybody. If you're still the person that see money that you want to buy this and this, that, and the third, and you're all materialistic and everything is about you and your big head family, meaning it's not about purpose, it's not about God, it's not about helping humanity. Everything is just about you in your household. This ain't you. I'm sorry. If you're still overly materialistic, now listen, your girl over here like nice things. I'm just going to be honest. But materialistic, I'm just not that chick. In fact, I've never been that chick. Ever. And I'm saying that on a public platform. I know I look like that. I'm very self-aware. God just takes great care of me. Listen, with God, folks, when it comes to favor, where people pay full price, you will pay half, discounted or none. Trust me when I tell you, right? But the point I'm making here, if you're very materialistic, if you will, and this ain't for you. You see money specifically as a tool to get God's purpose done. If you were raised up with that religion mindset that money is the root of all evil, this ain't for you if you can't shift your thinking. Money is the spirit behind the money. It's the person in their mindset and their intentions behind the money. You can take wicked wealth, transform that thing for kingdom currency. Now, again, everybody's not called to kingdom wealth. So if you're not called to it, there may not be a grace and that money may really change you for real. But if you're called to it, there's a grace that prepares you to handle it accordingly. It won't even change you. Not if you've been effectively prepared and trained through your spiritual process. This is why people with money can't move you. Honey, do you know how many people with, never mind. Honey, they know. You can't come with me with money, honey. Your spirit got to be right. You can have $5, honey. But if your spirit is right, I don't care nothing about that foolishness, because I know you can have it today and it's gone tomorrow. Period. 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 Next. He've already shown you the location, the environment, the area that he's calling you. Now, for many of you guys, it may be a physical location, right? This is why you're getting spiritual downloads, not to renew that upcoming lease, right? To sell the house, right? You will know, but you got to get to the secret place for yourself. But he's already revealed it to you. He may have already sent you there. And when you got there, you may have thought you were just going to visit somebody, but really he was going to have you put your footing there, right? Your spirit there. Maybe you went there and felt what you needed to feel. This is why many of you guys are called to get dual citizenships, right? Please, whatever you do. I know a lot of people are moving to certain countries. I won't mention any names, but you know, please go if you're just going just to go. Meaning you're not even worried about purpose and calling. Please go, have fun, please, truly. But for people who are called to purpose and calling and end time assignments and things like that, you will be given a place. You don't choose. You don't choose. You will be given a place. See, we don't move with the masses. I don't care what's popular. In fact, many times we're called to do the complete opposite of what's popular at that time. So you see everybody on social media is moving here. And God is like, but that's not where I'm calling you to. I mean, if you want to go take a trip to have some fun, go do whatever you do. Just do it responsibly. However, I'm going to give you a place, because wherever I give you, that's where I need the end time assignments to be. This is the people you need to reach. This is the ministry in the place that you need to build. So he's given you the location. Again, it doesn't have to be physical. So for you, if it's a new ministry, maybe it's a children ministry now. Everything is not churchy, holy, right? Long as God is in the center of it, if you will. For some, it may be a marriage ministry. So the point of the matter is, he's made it clear to you the location, the environment, etc. Very clear. Next. I think I only have two more. He is my goodness, and this is difficult. He is requiring the spirit of excellence in your current season, even though you're no longer fulfilled. Do you know how hard that is? See, it's one thing when you're still fulfilled, like when you first got the new job, or you got the new this, or new whatever your current season entails. When it first, because it was a open door, maybe it was a blessing that you prayed for, right? And so it's very easily to move with the spirit of excellence when you're convicted to do so, to go back and correct something when you're fulfilled there. But when you're no longer fulfilled, especially when you already see the next, and it's just like, that's very difficult. But what he's doing is he's preparing you, because the spirit of excellence needs to be regardless if we feel fulfilled or not. So he's revealing it to you. I mean, if you can't even do that here, you're not going to always feel fulfilled at the new level. I mean, of course, at the beginning, everything's always excited, but you're going to just fall off again just because now all of a sudden now is no longer exciting. So at the next level is going to call for the spirit. We can't move how we move at this level, right? Certain days we want to slack. Well, I'll speak for myself. Certain days you want to slack and be like, man, I just do this tomorrow. Oh, it's been a long day. Or I'm going to just go ahead and just throw this out here, even though I got some errors and some errors, some typos. It is what it is, right? Honey, that conviction is so heavy. For me, one of those, it's a lot of things, but one of those things are like when I make my YouTube recordings, like sometimes my flesh might get involved and I'll say something. And now it's like, the recording can be 20 minutes in. But if I mess around and say something and there's a conviction, I got to start it over. I mean, completely over. Oh my goodness. But he's preparing you through your everyday task. Next and lastly, guys, please and please hear me well, honey. Go ahead and stamp the book of Deuteronomy on your forehead, because let me just tell you something, guys. He has given you very, very clear details that there is a covenant, maybe even a new covenant from what it was at your last season, or it could be the same covenant, but it has to be more discipline or more this is that and the third, or it could be a new covenant. But he is so firm, clear, that you are to obey this covenant, meaning whatever he gives you in the secret place, you are not to do this. You will be exposed to this, but you are to remember what I said, not to get involved in that. I don't care how many wealthy people you meet. I don't care how many bribes come your way. You bet not do this, that, and the third. Cheat on your wife one time. Right? Mess up my brothers now. But there are clear cut instructions. I'll give you guys one of mine really quickly. I mean, I have many, if you will. But one of mine is, I don't care what rooms I put you in. You are never to deny me. You are never to even try to sweep over the fact that, like this, that. I don't care how much money. I don't care how much power. I don't care about none of that foolishness. You are to stand firm and speak my name. I'm not telling you to go beat people over the head with the Bible. I'm not telling you to even go in their religion. I'm just telling you that you don't change and conform to the room. You don't deny my name. You stand firm. If you're asking any questions, my spirit must be with you and present in every room you go. I don't care who they are, period. Deny me one time. Try to sweep me under the rug one time, or try to brush over one time. I'll send you right back where you came from. Guys, out of everything that I said, I saved this one for last, because if you're not careful, you're going to fumble. Why do you think God has opened the door for some people, or maybe even some of you guys? He's opened some kind of door and blessed you. You fumbled, let it be through character flaws that he must work on again, I guess, and then he sent you back. And now we're crying, trying to figure out, let me go back and beat this door down. Let me go back and try to get this person back. The door is closed. Because you reject the covenant. When you were in that wilderness, when we were in that wilderness before current blessings, when you were on your face, right? When we were all heartbroken, or we were this, that, and third, and we begged and we was like, God, please, if you just get me out of this season of wrath, if you get me out of this season of dryness, if you get me out of this season, I will never do this again. I will never conform. I will never do. Like, we made all of these promises and covenants, and the minute God opened the door, we self-sabotaged. We fumbled and got sent right back. Now, the blessing in that, if you got some common sense, if you got some wisdom, it only takes you one time to repeat that course. But there are people who are recycling the same level of wrath, the same level of recycled past levels, and going back and reverting back because they're not getting the lesson. Period. And we're not perfect. The key here, I'll speak for myself, and it saves me. The key here is, we're human, we're going to make mistakes, we're going to try to now you don't do that stuff intentionally. Because let me just tell you something. I'm going to speak right now for people who are dealing with infidelity and cheating and this is that and the third. I don't care if it's a man or woman. Before that person betrayed you, before that person cheated on you, you crossed their mind. You crossed their mind before they did it. But they still did it. Okay? So the point I'm making here is, if you pay attention to your convictions when you're convicted, because you will be. And the thing about it is, the conviction is very, very loud. Because God knows us, right? He doesn't want us to fumble and self-sabotage. The conviction is very loud. No matter how much. I told you guys in the last couple of recordings, I don't know what it is, honey. Well, I know what it is, a distraction. The last 2 to 3 weeks, you talking about fun? I've been having, listen, God is not opposed to fun. That's not the issue here, right? I've been having too much fun. When you're having too much fun where it's distracting you from what you're supposed to be doing, and you're not even tapping in accordingly, that conviction came. So the point is, he could easily say, you're slipping, you know what, just goodbye. I'm done. That's not what he wants. He wants to help you, right? So he's going to convict you very intensely. Listen here. It's been 3 weeks of this foolishness, right? Shut this down, shut that down. Get back disciplined. Get back to your morning routine of tapping in. Get back to the nature trail. You ain't been to the nature trail in a week and a half. Get back. You only do this. I'm going to let you have some fun, but it's only 1 day a week. If that. If I say no day a week, it is what it is. Hey, say no more. Say no more. Oh, say no more. But the average person will do what? They will ignore the conviction and they're going based on emotions. No, the chosen one can't ride like that. This thing is too intense. This thing ain't for the faint at heart. This is why I don't judge anybody who fall off and just go back to wherever they came from. Because it's very intense. It's very difficult. We may make it look easy because there's just a grace, I guess, to people think like, how do you do everything you do? You have all this energy. And I'm just like, child, you have no clue, right? You have no clue. Ooh, honey, all you know is YouTube. That's 1-2% of my life. You have no clue how heavy this thing is. It'll crack your back like a lobster. Guys, when that door opens, the covenants that you're currently given, do this, don't do this when you get there, write it down. Write it down. Pin it on your walls in the next season so you can remember. The minute you wake up, boom, right in your face. Covenant. He's been clear. Stay in the book of Deuteronomy. He's been clear. I know you're not perfect. Pay attention to your convictions and you will be okay. He's been clear. Ignore those convictions and play with me if you want. I'll send you right on back. You guys have a great one. It's your girl, Kizzy.